We in the trap like a mother. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A million, 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 million. A millionaire. I'm a young money millionaire, tougher than Nigerian hair.
Don't
All
make me.
right. Let's see. There we go. So welcome everybody. Listen, we got another exclusive interview, and this is the first of this kind because this is a virtual interview, so it's not in person. You guys will see more of these that are in person, but this one is special. It's literally exclusive because we not just on here just talking about any client. Listen, I got a bad memory generally today. You get what I'm saying? Listen, a big step. You get what I'm saying? Listen, I'm talking about, listen, this is who you call when you need you need a point at the end of the game. This is when you call who you call when you down by 10. You get what I'm saying? When you're down by 30. Some of y'all, when y'all find out about her, you gonna find you down by 30. Some of y'all down by maybe 120. But she can get you there. And we're going to talk about how she can get you there today. I have one of my exclusive clients. Listen, from the summer into the fall, I got Credit Bae, y'all. Y'all give it up. I don't have my make noise thing. But how you doing, girl?
I am doing wonderful, Coach. How are you? How are you? I am wonderful, Coach. How are you? How are you?
Listen, I'm doing good. I had you on mute for a second. Then I had to.
I figured it out. You know, I catch on.
I'm good. I'm excited because you know, anytime as a coach, sometimes folk they just be in the spotlight. And I don't get it twisted. I can spotlight with the best of them. But as you know, what makes me happy is when my folks is booming and busting like they supposed to be, because that's real business. And I don't know. I feel like you had a pretty good month out of your first month with exclusive. What about you?
It's speechless because I didn't think that I was going to exceed the way that I exceeded, but I thank it to you because without that structure, whew, I don't know. I still, after 6 years, Coach, like I would still be struggling.
See, that's crazy. That's crazy. So I know you said you've been in the game 6 years. So I want you to tell them more about yourself. I want to talk about you for a minute. Then we'll talk about the program and what we was able to do. And we'll talk about how people can use what you have and what you're offering to help them. So how long have you been in the credit game? Tell us about what you do, both credit and beyond. So we want to know about you as an entrepreneur, but let it rip and tell the people more about you.
Yeah, so it all started in 2016 when I wanted me a brand new car, needed a co-signer, thought Credit Karma was telling me I had a 650, but in actuality, I had a 585. And, going out there doing the research, getting it in, trying to figure out how can I turn this 568 to a 750 so we can go and get low interest rates on these cars. And I didn't need a co-signer. So I tapped into a coaching program and I got taught the game. And I fixed a few family members' credit myself and was able to go get my brand new car with no money down and a low interest rate. But it also helped me, reach out to my friends and family and help them. And I knew right then that was my passion. That was my go-to. So I got into the business as my credit repair queen. But hold it, this was before I tapped into business credit, knowing that credit in that name was going to get me denied when it comes to funding. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother live. But so that's how I started back in 2016. Just, getting denied, knowing how powerful credit was, even, with parents that had what they call money back in the day, but it was all wanted to be independent. I wanted to be an independent sister, right? I didn't want to have to depend on mom, even though mom did provide, because I wanted to show her what it's like how she raised me. She didn't raise me to be elite. You know, she raised me to be a leader. So that's when I really took forth and made this my business, because again, I've been an entrepreneur since I was the age of 4 because of the way my mom raised us. We have 2 locations, an event space, convenience store, restaurant. I mean, it goes on and on. Real estate, you know, we tapped into that with Section 8. So I just love it. And, you know, being around successful people will really continue making you successful. So I'm glad that I was able to meet you, you know, when it comes to me helping me brand myself, knowing exactly how to pull my brand out of me. That's what you taught me, to be able to take that 2K to that 7.5K, you know, a little in no time. But, you know, I thank you, Coach.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Tell them about some of the other things that you do as well, because I know we worked on majorly the credit side of the business, but I want them to be able to hear what are the other ventures that you have as well.
Sure. So I'm also into the business credit. I'm a business credit coach. I'm also into travel. So I can help you book your travel, or I can help you earn money while you travel. I also have a virtual call center. So if you're looking to work from home, or if you're looking to start a work at home company, that is something Credit Bae, the plug, can help you with. Also, I got an event space. I got the 360 booth. You know, it's everything is, when something is not making revenue in this business of mine, any of these businesses, something is making $1, you know? So I got to have that set up, because sometimes, like, even with people out here with ebooks and courses, I don't have any of those yet, because Credit Bae is more of a focus-driven coach. And yes, I give you tips here and tips there, but I really need to know your problem. It's like going to the doctor and you getting diagnosed for something that you don't even know you had, or you're getting diagnosed for something that the Google told you or something like that. No, go get that assessment. That's why I started that free credit assessment. We got to get that analysis in, man.
Yeah. See, I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna ask you some questions that people might usually ask. Now to kind of spice it up a good bit. But like, being a person that works with mortgages and credit, when a person wants to buy a house, what are usually the things that they need to know that they don't know? Let's start with that. Like, what do people be thinking? Oh, I got this, I'm ready to buy a house, and that don't even be what it is.
They got a 580, because that's what they told them the minimum credit score can be.
Wait, so it's people actually pull up to you with 580 and they like, this is what it said I need to have. So, and where do they be getting that information? Is this like, because I'm gonna tell you something. Let me tell you why I've learned some of the most false house information is there. On the apps. The apps where you look for a house, what's the biggest one? I don't want to mess up. You know what? I ain't gonna name a company because I don't. Yeah, like Zillow. Yeah, like Zillow. There's another one. But I think Zillow do is a little better. Yeah. But I know one on back in the day when I used to think that I could easily buy a house, or that I needed to. I used to love how I used to say the down payment, what your monthly payment will be. And I always thought, now the down payment usually about right. You get 20K, and you let me know if I'm wrong. You can cover. You get what I'm saying? They gonna be like, all right. But I didn't know. And this is another thing that's crazy. I want you to talk about this too. That people were getting 2 loans. People were getting a loan for the down payment, and people were getting a loan for the house. And then the way they said the monthly payment was not guaranteed to be your monthly payment, because this is your monthly payment if there's no interest, if you bought this house just like this today. But this ain't real. This is just some specs we gave you to give you some understanding. So talk about that.
Yeah, so basically, when it comes to, anyway, like 580, okay, I get it. But you got to think about it. You're going to be applying to different lenders. So that 580 ain't gonna be a 580 no more. By the time you go to the next bank, because they done took off points from those inquiries. So now you probably got a 570, 560. Now you don't meet no requirements. So it's always best to go ahead and aim for high. Go for 700, so you can have no closing costs, so you can save on your interest, right? And remember, when y'all look at Zillow and things like that, it's showing you, okay, my mortgage can be about 1585, but that 1585 can change. That's not including the insurance the insurance that you're going to need. That ain't insurance way down. That ain't going to insure way down the line that you're not going to need to replace your air conditioning unit when you move in, or things like that. So I love renting. You know, if I would go back to that side, I wouldn't mind renting. I don't want to own a home. And if I do get a home, it'll be to make money.
Right. Because you can rent and make more money from the rent. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I travel all the time. So, I mean, it really, you know, to me, as long as I got somewhere to go, I'm good.
Might as well, as they say. Might as well. So let me ask you this. So you were saying they think they need a 580, so they really need to be above that. But when people are getting approved for a house, I think a thing that a lot of people don't understand is that your credit is about the lender. So essentially the bank. So let me ask you this first. Is it good to have and start a good banking relationship that you know you likely are going to go with to get your house approved and just sticking with that?
That is the perfect plan. So that's what I was speaking of like, yeah, you got a 580, but if you go to another bank, Bank of America, now try to get a home loan, you ain't got that 580 no more because they done ran your credit so many times. And that goes for buying a car. You want to have banking relationships so you don't have to go and let them try to run up the bag on your credit profile.
Yeah.
Because it's going to hurt you.
Can't you do mortgages through credit unions and stuff too?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
So, and I know I've always been told, and I know this part of banking is so good to build a relationship with a smaller bank, one that credit unions, one is that may be especially state and different things like that, because number one, they're invested in you. And let me ask you this: have you seen this? Because this came to my mind real quick. Do a lot of those banks usually have programs that can help you with your mortgage and getting into a house too?
Yes, they do, and definitely state employees. Well, any credit union.
Yeah. And so the best bet is probably to go with a credit union because you finna technically use your credit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And then they have these other programs too, Coach, that's like NACA. So NACA is something where you go in and you take a class, and it's like a process, but they help you get the funding like for your home and everything. So NACA, NACA, that is a great program for people to look into that's not really into a rush to buying a home and can wait for about 6 months to a year to really push the button.
And so I think a misconception too when it comes down to credit, like just tackling this one subject by itself. How much does your job and how much you get paid affect you getting approved with a loan like a mortgage?
Oh, it determines because they're going to look at your debt to income ratio. They're going to look at that. So the important thing is people say, oh, well, some people do this. And I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible, but you have some people that go and try to get a car right before they go and get their home. Like, it's doable. I mean, I don't know how they make it work, but the way I will want to get set up is I'll go ahead and get my home first, because that's going to be the biggest thing to make it like I'm really doing it out here. I'm able to afford this. So I'm able to go out and get more credit after that, because it's not going to hurt you. Because you can put most of that, home there as some income, because you can start renting a room out or something.
Yeah. See, I like that. I like that. I want you to tell us the difference in between fixing your credit and building your credit.
So fixing your credit is, of course, removing your derogatories, going with the consumer laws, getting all these things removed off your credit report. That's pretty much when you're fixing it. And making sure that you're meeting all the factors of the 5 factors, right? But when you're building it, that's when you're adding these trade lines on it to build it to get loans and stuff at a high rate. Because yes, you can have a 700 credit score with maybe one account and you get denied, but somebody with a 650 can have about 6 or 7, 8 trade lines and get approved for that same product. Because it's the way that the credit profile is structured. That's what they look at. People always want to care about the score. The score is a good little factor, but the data is what they focus on.
Yeah. See, and that's crazy because so many people they think one or the other, but there are so many benefits in building your credit on top of fixing your credit. And help people out when they think about timeline of the credit. They think, oh, I can do it one time, or I can just do it till I buy the house. What do you say to those people and suggest to people when it comes down to really, yeah, I hear you talking, but instead of just fixing your credit to buy a car, this can be a lifestyle thing and it can benefit you in so many ways. Talk about that for me.
Yeah, so I can talk about this because this when Toro come into place for me, so when it comes to, you fixing your credit, it's like I always tell you to leverage your credit. Get out here and start getting other people's money, right? So you can build yourself up and be on the business side, but your personal has to be at least a 700, guys, because I know y'all see these no doc loans and stuff like that. It's not that easy if your personal score is not at least a 680. So go for 700 because we need to hit up some banks and do some credit card stacking, but that's for another episode. But so you want to, leverage it. So you can go get a car, on your personal side, but you can go get a car on your business side and start putting this vehicle on rideshare or or Turo, or you can start your own rental car company. It's people out here that's going to need cars. It's people out here that's doing Uber. They doing Lyft. They need a car to drive and they can't really afford a car. So you can make a plan with that next person, a friend, a family member, and have them paying that car note. So you're pretty much driving your own car for free when it's available.
Yeah. So it's more about knowing the access and knowing what you have that can make you money and get into business. And let me know if this statement is correct. So people can essentially create a business or get into business by using and leveraging their credit.
They sure can. That's the best way to go. Why? Because utilization is the strongest factor that people struggle with on personal credit. If you build up your business credit profile to the T, you can take everything from that personal that's holding down that utilization and get it on over to the business side, because utilization is not a factor on the business side. They don't look at that. Really? They don't look at utilization as hard as they do with personal. No.
Well, I tell you, things you never knew. Yeah. So it's better to get over there and get on the business side and start using
everything. People are getting Airbnbs in their business name, arbitraging, getting it, setting their profile up so they can do corporate leasing, and then put everything in a trust. That's a whole nother episode. But, because like they always say, own nothing but control everything.
Yeah. Listen, you helping the people.
Oh, yes. I'm for the people.
You helping the people. So we've talked about what many of them be doing wrong. We've talked about what many of them come in wrong here when we're talking about credit. Oh man. And this is so good. This is so good. I went from having 10 questions to 1 million. So even right now, I want to, because if you're in the middle of this and you're like, what in the world? Tell the people real quick right now while we're in the middle. We're going to keep talking for a minute, y'all. But tell them if they want to build their credit and not just fix their credit, where can they find you at and what do they need to do?
For sure. So you can always find me on all social media platforms. Credit Bae the Plug. As you guys see, I got my merch on today. But yeah, Credit Bae the Plug. And what we are going to do is I'd rather for them to go there and pretty much click on my Stand store. So stand.store/Credit Bae the Plug. Or they can text me at 252-888-3177, the word credit, and we can get them started right there with a free credit assessment.
I love it. What is the biggest thing that credit has done for you?
Put me in this beautiful office. It was able for me to get 3 cars with no money down, being able to leverage those cars on Turo, become a Turo host, all 5-star member Turo host. It has has made me a way to help my daughter, be able to take flights at the age of 9, be able to take cruises at the age of 9 months. Excuse me, let me get that right, because she ain't never before. So having that advantage of being able to just now being with you, I'm able to take time off because I did not know what I should be doing in certain days for my business. So now having a better schedule, I can now spend more time with my family. So that being, this is it, and it's more, but that's just the basics. But it has really, I'm ready to teach this to other people. That's for sure, because I see how it changed my life.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So I know there's a lot of, so we're going to talk a little bit about coaching and about exclusive now. So first, what made you say, I got to get in the exclusive program? Like I got to go for it right now. What made you jump the line and get started?
You know what, Coach? It was a conference. It was a conference, but I already knew before the conference that I was going to be in your circle. It's just something that God has blessed me with, to understand who I'm supposed to be around in this season of my life. And you're going to make me cry. But it's like, you don't find too many people like yourself, who really cares about their community. And you show that a lot. Every single time I come on TikTok, on an Instagram live, anywhere that I would see you speak, and the people that speaks about you that's in the community already. So I knew that I was in a safe place. And just going to the conference just confirmed everything. You've been the same ever since I met you. And I'm finding out more things about you, but it's all in great things. And you are a good role model. You are a great role model. So I can see myself sometimes, oh, this is something Matt would do. And, so I just love that, because like, you pour into just your community. Like, each and one of us by our name. I ain't never been in a coaching program where they knew me by my tag name, maybe on, Credit Bae, but they never knew me as LaRasha. I was always the credit person, or, oh yeah, we got a credit girl, or something like that. But this right here is more personal. This feels like more like a second family to me.
Yeah. You kept mentioning the conference. So dig into that a little bit more for those of y'all that don't know. Listen, if you like, oh, I missed the conference, don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Because
don't worry about it, sweetheart.
every summer we gonna be back in the same place. So listen, go check it out. Listen, if you're new here, FB Life Matt, there's more in the description. You get what I'm saying? FB Life Matt, SEO Coach Matt, you can find everything. But every summer we're gonna be in Houston. Listen, and Viral to Virtual with the Bricks, the conference. But okay, tell me more, like what stuck out to you, like from the conference, and just really moved you.
So for one, be budgeted. We pretty much in the same kind of like industry, but she's more helping people on the budget, and I'm helping them to, handle the credit. So every dollar has a job and every credit card has a duty. That's the way I put it with both of us, right? So just watching her being able to elevate, because I can see she was once a person that I was, right? Shy, don't want to get out on the cameras, don't want to just want to sit back and do her budget all day and help people, right? So just seeing how you pulled her out of her shell, her and Ursula too. So it's just like, yeah, man, that's what I need, because I got the knowledge, but I just don't know how to speak on it the way that I should be speaking on it, right? So people can really understand, right? So it can really drill in their head that they really need this credit. They really need this good credit to be able to succeed. So it's the energy. It's the energy. It ain't just one person, two people. It's a whole community of us, and it's not a lot. And that's what I like, because you're not here for the quantity, you're here for the quality of your students. So I just love that. So right then and there, I was ready to get back and sign up. I made a way. I made a way. Didn't sleep at night, went and did some free credit assessments, and got people in the door and got myself into this exclusive mentorship.
I love it. So, and there was 2 days. Was there anything on content day that stood out to you? Also that impressed you, or like even your favorite thing about it?
I love content day. I never experienced content day. I fell in love with content day. Content day want me to go book a flight right now and come back with Matt so we could do some more content. Because I was asking him for this next conference, are we going to have content day? Because that will pull me out. I will go catch a flight, because yes, we have local content centers here, but when you're in a content space with CEO Coach Matt, is different. I ran from that, y'all. Let me tell y'all something.
Hey,
Hey, this content day, me and my friend from Raleigh, she went with me. So I'm telling her, like, okay, we're gonna do this. But when I see Matt, I go run in another room. I was gone because I already seen how he was doing with his other mentees. And I'm just like, I ain't ready for that yet. I ain't ready for that. No, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. We got to say this. We got to do. I said, okay, wait a minute.
Real work.
But he got me at the last minute, but that's okay because the more that he poured into me and pulled this out of me, it helps me understand really who Credit Bae the plug is, So hey, I love it.
Yeah. Tell the people one of the most useful tools that I gave you inside of the exclusive program.
Ooh, having a routine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Having a routine, right? But within the routine, knowing what you're doing. Like, is it making sense? Is it being productive? Like, what are we doing in this routine? Like 9 o'clock, what are we doing? What are we talking about? And also the next biggest thing, as we went over yesterday, was my sales chart. Like, being able to really see the money that you're making week by week by week, having your expenses there, it's just like, it's beyond me. Like, for what I'm paying, it's worth 10 times more. All right, but don't go up yet. Wait till But it's worth 10 times more because I get so excited. Like, I would drop everything and I'd be seeing Matt on live or something. I go because I know he's teaching me something. He's not one on live that's gonna sit there and talk about his life, swirl his fingers, things like that. We actually doing content on this live. We're doing, we're learning something to make us our best self in our business. My next step is 15K, 20K months, and that's where it's going. So I'm gonna just say
that. Yeah. I know you had an expectation, but did you think that you could 10x your income and in a month span of time?
Not if I would have did it by myself. I'm already in year 6. Ain't none of that until I got here. What's going on? Because I didn't have that routine and I didn't have that structure. And again, I come from a family entrepreneur background, y'all. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 4. My mother got it out the mud and made all this happen, right? Without a structure, right? She did it from here. She did everything from here, which successful 30 plus years in business, right? But for me, my business is different. She can't teach me how to do my business. It's the difference.
Listen.
So you got to know where to go to plug yourself in to get where you got to go. So that's it.
That's crazy. That alone is a crazy testimony by itself. Being in being in business 6 years, got a parent that's an entrepreneur. So that lets anybody know that having a teachable spirit, you can grow. It's all there. So I want you to tell the people, for anybody that may be thinking not only just going to exclusive, but investing in themselves, really working hard. I want you to tell them what is something we already know they should do. The better question, I think, is what is something that you had to do as you got the coaching, as you got the layout that helped you to become more successful and make the game plan work?
But also family and friends.
That's deep.
Cutting off family and friends, and not really like cutting them off, like forget them, you don't care about them, you don't love them, but give them a time in a day that they can talk to you, because they ain't talking or thinking like you are. Once you become an exclusive, right? I'm gonna just say this. I don't know how it is in the other programs, but in exclusive, it's gonna make you want to think different because you can see where it's taking you at. So you're wanting to be in the tables in the community right here rather than sitting out, drinking, smoking, partying, things that's really not gonna bring you no value, right? Yeah. So I was once that person, right? And people look at me differently now that I'm showing up more professional. I got my office. Yes, I do have a good time, right? Yes, I do have a real life. But I'm able to give you my real me and be real. Like, I'm not at no Airbnb, booking an Airbnb for a weekend, showing this extravagant lifestyle, right? Which I really could, but that's not where my money go. I like to invest my money, right? I like to invest it in property. So that money that y'all spending Ace of Spades on and all this stuff at the clubs, the rocks and all that, no, all that's in a property right there on Main Street. And I'm just gonna say that. Mm-hmm.
Come on. That's deep. That's deep. And what's crazy, I remember telling you that and having that conversation. And man, that almost makes me speechless because I know the cost of that. I know what it takes. Man, that's deep.
Imagine you got to tell your mama you can't do something right then because you know you got to finish something else by 3:00, but she needs you at 2:58. Mama, we gotta wait. Right here it says, can we wait to 5:30? Yeah, that's the type of thing that you got to do, and it's filled with love. But you have to understand, and that's how I'm training her because she's a business owner. She need to understand. She does not need to be available to these people 24/7. She got to have some self time, right? So maybe if her daughter would do it, maybe she'll do it. So you know, so it's there. We teaching each other to be successful.
I like that. I like that. And I just posted a video, a TikTok like that, where I use Outkast song and say me and you, your mama, your cousin too. And I was thinking in that mindset because when there's an effect in your business, when you are affected, it affects the people around you. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes we have old school ball player dreams about being successful, and they are so toxic because the only thing sometimes we think about is being able to, I want to buy my mama a house. What if your mama don't need a house? You know what I'm saying? Wait, I want to feed the hood. What if your hood don't need feed? And they don't. They got fed every day. Trust me. They figured that part out. You know, you can go do some things, but understanding the core in your success, you've been able to set a boundary. And now you have traveled to a place, even just 1 month. We can only imagine where you're really going to go. And now you can show that to mama. You can say, Mom, let me show you not what I did. Let me show you the pathway that I found. Let me show you, we've been on the road and in business for months, for years. Years, mama, we've been going on this same. For years, we've been going down Route 66. And mama, I found the interstate. That hit different, man. That hit different. That touched me. That messed me up.
Right. And then sometimes we feel too, like as CEOs, we don't have to work as hard because we already got it, right? But the way my mom taught me, like, again, we have over 13 properties that we collect collectively every month because they're on Section 8, right? But she still goes hard. She comes in her store and from 10 a.m. sometimes to 12 a.m., right? And go home and make pies and cakes for the restaurant for the next day, nonstop. So it's like, what's my excuse? Yes, I got a daughter. I get it, but I'm younger than her, right? So why can't I go as hard as my mom? And I'm telling myself this, looking at myself, because sometimes I still slack. I still get comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not the best daughter, you know. I still make, little mistakes here and there because I ain't all the way got out of that. I can really call on my mama yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I can, but she's not going to do but so much because I'm not putting in the effort. Right. And I feel bad asking her to go out and buy me some red bottoms when I ain't really been going that hard. Matter of fact, I wouldn't dare ask her for that. No way. If I'm gonna ask my mama to buy me something or help me invest in something, it'll be a property or another vehicle to make more money on Toro. Like, it ain't gonna be nothing. No, we ain't doing that. Even when I got approved for my first credit card, it was an investment made. It was not thinking about going to spend time, going to the bar with my friends and my family to show them I got American Express 510K credit card. No, we about to go see, can we liquidate this credit card and go get some Airbnb with some furniture in it.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I like that, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. It can get real spicy.
Yeah. That's real. That's, man. But listen, we done gave y'all a lot. I wanted y'all to just be able to hear Credit Bae.
Can I drop the damn sitting right quick?
Man, go forward.
Okay. So I feel like they need it because it's in the season. Christmas about to get, rumbling up in the fever. We about to get into the spending the money. So first and foremost, I do want you to tap in with my girl Be Budgeted because she helped me get my budget straight, right? But I want you guys to start getting into self lender, right? Self lender is a credit builder that you can add to your credit profile, and it's not only as a loan, they're also going to give you a credit card. So now you got two trade lines, right? Then you can go to Kovo, Kovo. That is another credit builder that you guys can tap into, and they actually report on your credit within as little as 14 days once you add them. Incredible. That is another credit builder that you guys can tap into. And then on the business side, I want to drop a little gems there too for the business credit builders. If you want, Credit Strong is one for a business credit builder, as well as Red Spectrum. And that's all y'all gonna get because y'all gotta tap into more. But if y'all want more, definitely tap in with Credit Bae the plug, and I love all y'all for free.
Listen, y'all heard of. Y'all better tap in. Credit Bae the plug. Listen, on all platforms. She is here to help y'all with all of your credit needs. And as you can see, she is building out even the more. So for the people who are watching this close into real time, you're watching it in the month of September 2023. You also have another workshop coming up. Tell them about the workshop.
So I do have a workshop coming up September the 28th and 29th. It is a Disputed the Right Way workshop. We are going to be using ChatGPT on fixing your credit profile, getting it all those derogatory late payments, bankruptcies, repossessions off your credit report, as well as building up that structure so we can go ahead and get into business credit.
Listen, y'all better go lock in. Listen, a lot of the links, it will be below in the description. You'll be able to find Credit Bae. You'll be able to go there, go to her Instagram, go to her TikTok. Listen, in her stand store, mine's as well. Listen, you want to get exclusive, there's a monthly rate for exclusive. You can do 1 month or 3 months. You don't want to wait. The longer you wait, I guarantee you, whatever price you pay, somebody paid less before you. But listen, it's because we were more successful. But there's payment plans and all of that good stuff. But the benefit and the big thing you want to know is everything that Credit Bae said in his testimony. Listen, we're going to do it for somebody. Why not it be you? Be life, baby. Don't let life beat you.